Timestamp, it is July 13th, 2026. It's about 4:30 a.m. Janus is crawling around on one of the perches he's made over there. Thought it was one of my kids coming down the hallway. Health check, I feel fine. The switch to very light cigarettes was probably a good move. Definitely feeling better, actually. Yeah, I know I'm not healed or anything like that, but it's hard to explain. Get a refill of coffee. Tired. Working around the house today. Yeah, Queenie, I'm trying to step over you. Our zoo makes walking across narrow passageways like a game of Twister every time. Okay. Normally, it's been a long time since I played Twister, but the big mat, the fold out mat, the colored shapes don't necessarily move while you're attempting to do stuff. So this is always a bit more entertaining, I guess. Now Janus. Hey bud. How you doing? You alright? Yeah, okay. Just gonna walk around you. As I say, I'm feeling better, right? Full disclosure, I did just smoke a cigarette. I try not to do that on camera because I have a feeling YouTube and all their hooligans probably wind up like banning the video or whatever. Worked in the alcove a lot today. Yeah, we're rocking some Marvin action here. Oh, yeah. So, got up, probably about 11. I was up till like 6 a.m. to a.m. Alex had made a pot of the banana split coffee. So that's what we started the day with. Tiny refused to partake. Absolutely hates that coffee, which, again, so I made some of the mocha marshmallow as like a cosmic apology to Tiny. That was appreciated, and I made another pot. We've gone through like probably 5 pots of coffee today, but did a lot in the alcove, a lot of glassware. Shocking, right? Did find something else, not pocket watches, not paperwork, anything like that. Found an ammo hopper. Which is another reason. Okay, somebody made a mess over here. I don't appreciate that at all. It was very unnecessary. Not even sure who it was. Oh, okay, Tiny parked it here. That's fine. Oh, yeah. About 2,000 rounds of pistol. ask why, I say, why not, right? But my computer keeps doing the fatal blues ever since the power blackout the other night. We weren't running low on pistol ammo, mind you, but it does reaffirm the idea that Dad frequently squirreled things that he thought were important in the alcove and then forgot that they were there. So maybe we'll find some of the missing stuff. I don't know. We're going to dig some more tomorrow. We actually wrapped up out there a little bit earlier than we had planned on. I mean, it was dark, but there's like a porch light kind of thing out there. Plus we've got, these guys, which are incredibly bright. But storm rolled in. And we couldn't even hear each other talk 2 feet away from each other because the rain was heavy and it was hitting on the roof that my dad built. The roof that he built has all kinds of leaks and things where it wasn't constructed really well. So, dozens of little waterfalls. So I'm hoping that as we go through stuff, I know the pocket watches were in they were in the safe. Oh, we fatal blued again. Thank you. Memory management. Okay, cool, great. Yeah. They were in the safe, and they were in Ziploc bags. So I'm hoping that if we do find them out there, that they're still in the Ziploc bags. If there is paperwork, and or some of the family photos and stuff that are missing. A lot of rat poop. Rat and mouse poop and stuff too, so anything paper or paper-like may be compromised as well. I'm hopeful that's not the case, but my dad clearly hasn't been making good decisions in quite a while, so but we made good progress. We went through a lot of stuff out there. A lot of glassware. There was one cardboard box, which pretty good sized, but it was not where it was getting wet or whatnot. And the label on the outside said Vietnam pots. And me, at least, I was thinking that maybe they were some type of pots or something that my dad maybe brought back from Vietnam, because there are quite a few things that he brought back. And I know this from growing up with, my dad, because I'm his kid. Weird, right? There were quite a few things that he had brought back from Vietnam, or that he shipped to his parents while he was in Vietnam, and they kept it for him until he came back. I was honestly okay, let's open this thing up. This is, maybe this is something really cool that my dad brought back from Nam. And open it up, and they're all matching. I want to say there's 6 or 8 of them, little planter pots from Vietnam. They're all Dollar Tree products. Now, they were made in Vietnam. The little label on the bottom says Greenbrier and all that. I'm like, these are Dollar Tree. But initially I was like, oh wow, wait, there's a sticker. Oh, for God's sake. I don't know. They're nice. I pulled them to the side just because in doing gardening and whatnot. Yeah, and they match. They're nice. They're not, $30 items, obviously, because the Dollar Tree label's kind of a giveaway. I mean, if you know Greenbrier, it's the Dollar Tree house brand, whatever. Like these guys, the Final Faction figures that I'm always going on and on about. Greenbrier on the bottom of the foot. Yeah. But yeah, if the pocket watches are out there, I'm hoping that, because probably half the boxes, half the totes are brittle, breaking, have holes in them because incredibly hot area, and they've been stored out there for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Those plastic totes don't survive intense heat for long periods of time before they just break apart like wet paper mache. It's just, we had totes just kind of crumbling in our hands as we were moving things around. Pick it up by the handles to move it, and you just have the two handles in your hand. The tote's still on the ground, Quite a few of those. Tiny probably took about 7 broken totes out to the hopper. It's not good for long-term plastic storage. I mean, we're going to utilize it, but hopefully that's just going to be for another year or so. We can get everything done. But yeah, if the pocket watches are out there, I'm hoping that Dad didn't take them out of the plastic bags, and the plastic bags have remained solid and unchewed, and yeah. Tiny's apparently taking trash out. But yeah, hopefully the pocket watches, if they are there, are still in the bags. And again, they haven't been chewed because they're made of metal, and they have that helped. They have interior parts that don't necessarily work well when wet. So, but yeah, I'm incredibly concerned that if there is any of the paperwork or photographs out there, that they will not have survived between the moisture, rodents, things like that. They will have R totaled. I mean, that would be, to quote next to normal, just another day around here, but I don't know. We're going to be working on that a little bit more tomorrow. Between the rain and there were some lightning strikes that the flash lit up the alcove, and then a quarter of a second later we heard very loud Odin is angry thunder going on. It's like, okay, the lightning strikes are actually pretty close. Let's go inside. We're done. But we did some stuff in the garage too, trying to getting that one table cleared. We're going to be breaking that down probably tomorrow. Got some phone calls I got to make in the morning too. Trying to get to the bottom of, well, gang, I guess we're up to our armor plates and another mystery. Try and get some answers to give us a better idea of the direction that we're headed for this month. July's already been very entertaining, though. Did find some interesting stuff. Not anything incredibly valuable or like the missing stuff. Found an entire small tote full of like crafting gear, like embroidery, needles, and stuff like that. I'm going to show pics because that's more her category. A couple of quilts that are actually pretty nice. Just a bizarre assortment of, a hand mixer still in the box, a little Black & Decker. Another hand mixer not in the box, but had both the whiskey things, whisk-y things, not like Jack Daniels, different whiskey. I'm playing with language over here, trying to make it all work. Some stuff's ruined, but there was some artwork stuff too. It did not survive. Got one tote that's half full of water. It was in the bottom of the stack. It's rather rusty water at this point. I can see that there's like, I'm really hoping the pocket watches aren't in there. It looked kind of murky, but you could still see through it. It looked like it was just like silverware. It was just sitting in there rusting in, 5 inches of water. And my dad has some plastic shelves out there. The typical like $10 ones that you put the legs in. It's a platform and you can put legs in that platform and put another platform on top of that. They were a big deal in the 70s and 80s. They probably still sell something similar. But because totes stack, the shelves are kind of redundant. They actually take up space that you don't necessarily need to be taking up because you don't need to, you know what I mean? So I think I'm going to pull those shelves, clean them really good because at the moment they're nasty. And that may help us with resetting the pantry inside in the garage. I got ideas. Things that'll make things work more fluidly, I think. When I say I have a concept of a plan, it's legit, you know. Definitely did our one brick today, but again, it's the bucket of poo is overwhelming. Just got to remember, one brick, keep moving, right? It's been a year. I was really hoping we'd find the pocket watches by now. I'm starting to get a little concerned. They're not incredibly valuable or anything. It's just, they were supposed to go to my kids. They're more like family heirloom, sentimental. Each one's probably worth a couple $100, but that's not the point of it. I got tons of stuff around here that's worth a couple $100 or $1,000 or whatnot. It's the idea that I'm trying to keep a promise for somebody else that broke theirs. Trying to do right by my family, I'm a little frustrated this second. I'm having to remind myself that it's a marathon, not a sprint. been at this over a year now, so the marathon is making me weary. But the job is good. Keep checking areas off my list as far as where we've looked for this stuff. I'm really hoping Dad didn't do something stupid. I'm especially hoping he didn't give them to Chuck the Wonder Idiot to hang on to. Because, I mean, you know, he's dead. Again, I had nothing to do with that. But if his family came in and collected all of his belongings, they're not going to know that that stuff wasn't his, you know. They will have taken it and sold it or discarded it or what have you. And I'm still wondering if, like, the bulk of my dad's gun collection was at Joe's apartment. Joe's apartment. I've been watching old movies and shit in my spare time. If you haven't seen Joe's apartment, if you don't like bugs, don't watch it. It's one of my baby sister's favorite movies. Chuck's apartment. I'm tired. But yeah, if the gun collection was at Chuck's apartment, his family probably swooped in and went, oh wow, he had a lot of rifles. They're gone. I don't even know his family, so. Yeah, I was cruising around IMDb, chasing kind of rabbit trails. You know, you think about an actor and you look up stuff that they've done and you're like, oh, they were in this, oh, they were in this. Jerry O'Connell, you know. Yeah, he was in Scream 2 and Sliders and, you know. Found a couple of movies that I hadn't seen that look interesting, so they're on my, like, to-be list. If I can get my computer to behave. For some reason, I remain optimistic. Probably need therapy. What am I saying? This is my therapy. The mocha marshmallow, really good. So good, we've made 2 pots today. But yeah, Tiny really liked the first pot. Had a mug or 2, and then Alex kind of came in and, like, inhaled the rest of the pot. So it was like, I'll make another pot later on, since that was hitting the spot after the banana split debacle. We'll make more. I apologize for seeing this first thing in the morning. We are making progress, though. But we're all pretty strung out and tired, you know. But yeah, I need to call the lawyer tomorrow and say, hey, considering our car broke down because of all the miles we're putting on it, because I'm the guardian and I'm supposed to have a working vehicle to be the guardian, can the estate pay for the repair? Since I don't know that I can, you know, comfortably poo out $2,000 personally. That's guesstimating what the repair is going to cost. I don't know. Could be way more than that. Maybe it's less. I don't know. But we definitely did get stuff done today. But, you know, there's always 5 more things, right? There's just so much in the way of messes around here. And hey, hollow points. But yeah, that makes me think there might be more stuff there just because my dad tended to squirrel away ammo in places that were, in his opinion, safe, secure, important. And we're not done there yet. So maybe. But yeah, the ammo hopper has like 6 boxes of, I think, 250 rounds each, and then a whole bunch of other smaller specialty rounds and whatnot. May not be 2,000 rounds, may only be like 1,500 rounds. I'm not exactly sure what invasion my dad was concerned about, but clearly he took Red Dawn to heart. And we did open the boxes of ammo and poured out the bullets because we had the thought of, you could hide a pocket watch in each box, and the weight would be, you wouldn't even notice it because, box of bullets. But no. Lick yourself. One of the cats attempted to jump up on the bar, which they're not supposed to be doing, Kaiser, and he rolled a 1. Then he rolled a 14, But that 1, lick yourself. And we'll go ahead and call it. Tired. It's almost 5 a.m. I guess I'm allowed to be tired, right? Get up and do it again tomorrow, right? Tiny has asked for tomorrow off for the most part. It's cool. We wouldn't be as far along as we are without their help. You're allowed to have days off. So, go ahead and sign off here. There you go. Now you're licking yourself. See? I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to enjoy this little bit of coffee, and I'm going to fall over. Eyes are actually stinging. Yeah, you keep licking yourself. It's good. It's good. It's healthy. I mean, no one saw what you did, of course, but... So anyway. Hug your parents. I still feel like I'm going to get that phone call. My dad keeps coming up in my dreams, like, a lot. This is the automobile accident that I'm watching that I can't stop. Yeah, hug your parents. Help defend them from the fish people. Hug your kids. Make it a great day.